Oh, hello, food friends. I don't know if anybody can see this here, but I try to focus the phone here. Everybody can see. All right, I'm testing out uh on here. Of course, if some of you guys and girls know, I'm a big wrestling fan. Of course, on my one of my older channels, I actually did a review on the WWE Network. Back here, back in my bedroom here. The other two videos I did in my living room, but this is back in my bedroom here, showing view on WWE Network. Of course, it's got a lot of wrestling stuff on there. Of course, here's the it says WWE Beyond the Ring, certain stuff they show on their DVD or Blu-ray. Of course, all that down here. Okay, that's top 50 incidents in ECW. Eric Bischoff, of course, he used to be a president of WCW. He worked for WWE a little bit. Of course, I'm a big Sting fan. Not the singer guy. Well, yeah, I'm a fan of him though, but the wrestler named Sting. Of course, he's a legend for wrestling. The Click, of course, a wrestling stable back in the 90s. Jerry the King Lawler, of course, legendary wrestler. Focus, come on, show. There you go. True Giants. The bigger they are, harder they brawl. True Giants is a in-depth look at sports entertainment. Most successful guard, Gotcha superstars. Okay, let's go up here. Let's check out the shows they have. As you see there's the pay-per-views, in-ring, the originals, collection, and the vault. Let's check the in-ring. Of course, you see Monday Night Raw. Of course, earlier tonight they had SmackDown Live. Of course, this is after SmackDown Live is a show called WWE Talking Smack. What's happening on SmackDown? 205 Live. That's the cruiserweight division. State of WWE Universe. Of course, last year they showed the Cruiserweight Classic to bring back the Cruiserweight division. That's pretty good. If you're a wrestling fan, you should check that out. WWE Network exclusives. Of course, they're kind of like their indie show, but our development. They call it NXT. If you're an NXT fan, you should check that out. This week in WWE, what happened in the company? WWE main event. That's their lesser known shows. W Superstar also lesser known shows. Raw pre-show, SmackDown Live pre-show, Raw backstage pass. That's check out the originals. Of course. Okay. Bring it to the table. Holy Foley, that's Mick Foley and his daughter Noelle. W Story Time. I like watching it. You gotta check that show. It's pretty entertaining. Camp W is a cartoon. The Edge Christmas Show. W Ride Along. I like watching that show. They be on the car. They be talking about life and what's going on in the company. The Undertaker, celebrating 25 phenomenal years. Breaking ground. Legends with JBL. Superstar Inc. Slam City. It's pretty much geared for younger kids. Table for Three. I like watching that. All these superstars and women talk about life, how they get into wrestling. It's pretty good. You should watch that. First Look, Swerve. I'm sorry. The W the less. I don't mean Chris Jericho the less, but W the less. Stone Cold podcast. That's pretty cool. Like watching watching. Oh, I'm sorry. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Of course, W Unfiltered with Renee Young. She's kind of cute, is she? Too Hot for TV. Of course, hosted by Jerry Springer. I'm about to say. W Hall of Fame. W24. W Roberts. I like watching that. My favorite one I like watching is Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. I'm a big fan of both those two legendary wrestlers. Monday Night War, of course, WWE versus WCW. Back then, in the late 90s, early 2000s, they were fighting for who's the better Monday Night show in wrestling. During that time, WWE Original Specials, Legends House, Total Divas, that's a popular show on the E! Network. WrestleMania Rewind, Beyond the Ring, W Countdown, Tough Enough, and Culture Shock with Corey Graves. Here's the collections. Of course, Becoming the Rock. Boy, that guy came a long way, did he? The Best of Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Best WWE Network, Colorful Characters, The Cruiserweight Anthology, Daniel Bryan's Brother's Mom. I'm a big fan of Daniel Bryan. Destruction of the Shield. Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. Both those two guys are both from my hometown area in Cleveland, Ohio. They have great classic battles. Of course, I'm a big Dusty Rhodes fan. Dusty Rhodes, American Dream. DX, are you ready? The late great Eddie Guerrero, Viva La Raza. The 4 horsewomen of NXT. Of course, they tearing up in the Raw Women's Division and SmackDown Division. The greatest matches ever. Goldberg, who's next? Of course, the late great. He was one of my favorite wrestling managers back then. Of course, then Crowell, Mr. Fuji. Brock Lesnar. Oh, this guy's awesome. Though if you're a big fan of Brock Lesnar, the road to undisputed title when he came into WWE back in 2002. New classic content. Randy Orton, the Apex Predator. One of my favorites growing up. I love watching this guy, Randy Savage, cream of the crop. The legacy of Shane McMahon. Of course, that's Vince McMahon's son. The rise of John Cena before he came John Cena. We would know him. He's on his way up to the company. Subscriber's choice. The 3 faces of Foley. When he was Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. Tribute to the troops. Trish and Lita, Evolutionary. The War Games collection, that's back when the WCW, when they were big pay-per-views. W Hidden Gems. Match of the Year. That's pretty much it right there. And the Vault. Of course, the classic AWA,